All right. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for Chillin' at the Club number 28. We got a lot to get into tonight. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I am having a really good weekend, and I'll have some news on that here in a minute. But just want to let you guys know it's good to see you. Yeah, that's right. I was in the middle of setting something up back here. Let me go ahead and get that going. It's good to see all of you. I see some of you are in the chat early. I'll acknowledge all you folks here in a second. Right now, I just want to get my background stuff going. I forgot all about that. You know, no matter how early I get going, I always end up, a little bit behind, but that's okay. This will just take me a second to get going. I'm going to put my music videos on in the background. There we go. All right. So, hope you guys are having a great Sunday. I'm having a great Sunday, and anybody that follows me on X knows why. I'll get into that first after we do a little self-promotion. I've been I'm trying to improve on that. But the first thing we got to do, before I can even promote myself, I got to acknowledge the chat and see what's going on there. Let's see. Das Wolfen was first in tonight. This was this afternoon. He says, I hope the bouncer will let me into the club this time. Last time I didn't bribe him enough. It's called a tip. It's not a bribe. It's a tip, man. But obviously, you don't understand the nuances of being at the club. I'm right at home at the club. I enjoy it. I was in it for almost 20 years, about 18 years. I worked at clubs. Let's see. Also, about a half an hour early, Fieldy was here. He says, "Enjoy, guys," and hail John and Joe. Good to see you. Don't forget your dinner, guys. I ate at 5 o'clock. I'm good to go. Let's see. Who else is in here? Martin came in a little bit early too. He says, "Greetings, my excellent friends." Yeah, man, it's good to see you. Let's see who else is here. Of course, the hardest working guy on YouTube, a very good friend of the channel, is here. And I always like to introduce him with this great video he gave me to introduce him with.
Womack, why am I not surprised, you piece of shit?
He is here, the hardest working mod in the business. And I'm sure he said hi somewhere. He said, "Hail Joe's Atmosphere," but he usually says something like "Greetings or salutations." But you know what? He sends out every link to everything I'm on. So, he knows where I'm at all the time. So he's like the brother eye of Joe's Atmosphere's channel and several other channels. It's not just my channel he does it for. Vince, it's good to see you, man. Good to see you. I need to get the background music going too, don't I, guys? Yeah. Let's see. We got to get this going, man. Let's see. One of these days I'm going to have all this done before the show starts. This is how you know you're watching YouTube. This is totally seat of the pants producing right here. I am not a professional producer, nor have I ever claimed to be. I just enjoy entertaining and having a good time with you guys. So let's get the soundtrack going. You know who does the soundtrack. That is that little band from Texas run by my brother, the Highlander, the guy that couldn't be here tonight. Now, look, Highlander, it wasn't a tease last week. He's going to be here on a regular basis. It's just he had tickets to a Renegades game. He had to endure that beating they took today, but he does supply the soundtrack for the channel. All my shows that's got original music at the beginning of it, that's all him. Not like tonight's. That's Apple Music. That's what that is. But like Brothers Hack the Matrix, the lead into that one is his. And matter of fact, that's what you're listening to right now in the background is the theme for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. But anyway, yeah, Sharkin' for Pearls. That's where you get it, where you can hear all of his great music, and Vince always likes to promote him too. Just check it out on Spotify, on iTunes. He's got playlists on YouTube, everything, man. Everywhere you get your music, it's there. You'll be able to find it. Martin says, "I am a professional amateur." That is great, Martin. It really is. Love it. Oh, boy. We got guys coming in here early and wanting the videos and everything. Let me take a look at this through the chat here. Okay. Said hi to everybody in the chat earlier. Martin comes in first with the LFG and HTW. He is the only one that gets away with HTW, okay? He's the only one. The rest of you have to spell out. Here we go, okay? So we'll get his out of the way quick, all right?
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go.
Yeah! Yeah, there you go!
All right. Let's see who is next on the hit list here. Good thing about highlighting this is, let's see. Vince says, "Nom nom nom, still eating." Well, we'll be here, buddy. Swallow, don't chew. Time is of the essence. Damn it. What did the guy say on The Walking Dead, guys? He said something to the effect of, "If you got to eat shit, it's better not to nibble. Bite, chew, swallow, repeat." Right? I loved it because he got blown up by a RPG after that. I thought that was great. Okay, let's see. Who else is here? Of course, Fieldy's saying hi to everybody, of course. Vincent says, Martin, is that what you tell your girlfriend? No. Get on with it. Dust Wolfen said right at 6 o'clock. Look at you guys. I swear to God. Can't give a guy a couple of seconds. Welcome back to X. We'll talk about that first. But let's get the videos out of the way. Real Wade Nation is here as well. Good to see you, man. And he wants the videos as well. And he knows the rules. He spelled out, here we go. So he knows how to get the video he wants. There you go.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
All right. And who else is in here? Real Wade, it's good to see you as always. Let's see. Why did you get kicked off of X? We'll talk about all of that here in a second. Let me catch up with the chat. Also, thanks, Martin. I almost can't believe that it has been a year already. Yeah, they're celebrating their anniversary. It has been a year because I believe we went and got Mom in April, and it was late April when you got married. I remember because it was the first weekend Mom was here, if you remember, John. I had to... I think I got her home on a Wednesday, and we left that Thursday for Missouri, I believe, if I remember correctly. Remind me if I'm... No, I think maybe we drove up there on a Friday. Did we drive up there? I think we drive up there on a Friday. I think you had the rehearsal on a Friday, right? Totally not stalker behavior, Vincent says. F it. We'll do it live. That's right. Let's see. Okay, that catches up the chat pretty much. Let me see if anybody else stepped in. Okay. He says, I saw the post. Okay, so first of all, it's time to let the alcohol start flowing here at the club. And this is going to be a celebration shot because I am back on X. I'll explain everything here in a second. But let's get a shot of Jack Daniels going for the military police shot glass. You know, it's my favorite shot glass I own. It's got the crossed pistols, right? Cheers, boys and girls. Here's to me being back on the freedom of speech platform. They no longer think I'm a bot. Isn't that nice of them? Cheers. All right. Yummy. And of course, I've got the virus of unknown origin to back it up. Cheers, boys and girls. Let's see. Ma'am, dress, please. No, none of that. Real Dust Wolfen says, yeah, you got here on a Friday. You made it to the rehearsal dinner to meet everyone. Yeah, I sat down right across from Keith, and it was fantastic to meet him and his lovely wife, and we had a really good time that night. That was cool. I kind of crashed the party on that one. I don't think you were expecting me to be there. Let's see. It's only appropriate. Yeah. It's not ma'am. It is not ma'am. That's right. It's the cross pistols, baby. Ma'am shot glass, not dress. That's right. Yeah. That's only for video game shows. Okay. So what happened was I pretty much everybody is of the same mind that I got caught up in bot sweep, and they have said I was reported for having inauthentic behavior. Now, if you know what that means, that's usually their blanket for getting rid of a bot. But there is one thing under there that says spamming. If you spam, you could be seen as doing inauthentic behavior. Well, anybody that knows me, and I will be sharing your shows out, but I won't be throwing them in a lot of chats and stuff. I'm only going to show them in the threads I have going. Okay. Because I have made the mistake of, like, the one I always do it to is Brian, that 70s rock fan, because he has two chats going. One for all of his followers, and then he's got one for just the show, the panel that's on the show, right? Everybody behind the scenes on his shows. And every once in a while, I'd put, a post like Troy Pacelli from Last Call. He's got a daily one, and I'll throw it in there by accident, thinking it's the other thread, right? And so this can be seen as spamming. I mean, there was like 10 threads I was putting it in. or no, about 8. I think I counted them every time, but sometimes I'd see a couple of them the wrong way. And but anyway, I'm going to stop doing that. I don't want to get caught up in another bot sweep, so that's not going to happen anymore. But what I did was I put in for a, I don't know what they call it. It's not a. I can't remember what it's called. It's not a rebuff or I don't know what you address a grievance. You put in a grievance is what it is, and they look at it. I hate spam. It's rough, coarse, and it's gets everywhere. Wait, never mind. That's great, Martin. But I can see where people would get tired of me. But all I'm doing is trying to. I figure it this way. If I promote other channels, maybe they'll promote me. And, a rising tide lifts all boats. You know what I'm saying? Spam looks at the whole links I post. Really? Yeah, I know, Vince. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, I got this note. I got an email this morning, and I posted about it on X. I will show you my thread here in a second. Let's see. Pop that up. And I went ahead and I bought my, I went ahead and by the way, welcome aboard everybody that's watching on Bumble, on Itch, on the Extrovert. We're actually on the Extrovert tonight. For some reason, Kick didn't work tonight. I guess I've got to reconnect Kick again. That seems to happen about every other week. I have to do that. Nice. I got a few more of my followers back, but, and of course we're on the tubes. So, it's good to see all of you. I was trying to go out to 6 channels tonight, just because I went ahead and paid for a year for X to be verified and everything, because I want to start streaming there again. So, anyway, let me pull this up for you guys. The tweet I put out this afternoon to let everybody know I was back. It's right here, and let me go ahead and share it. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday night. Like I said, we're going to get into all the subjects I talked about and anything you remember. This is where we get to hang out. Okay, this is the Klein Street Corner Club. I don't know if you've ever seen that picture. Every once in a while, you'll see that thing. It's on my bar. It's a little plaque type lit thing that I can change the colors on that my wife made me, and it looks like a Bourbon Street sign, right? It says the Klein Street Corner Club. Anyway, that's where we're at. So you guys tell me what you want to talk about. Okay, that's what this is all about. So you guys let me know what you want to talk about tonight. But this was the post itself, and this was the email I got. What I said was, woke up to find that perseverance pays off. Good to see. I only lost 10 followers, which apparently have gotten 5 of them back. I'm up to 482. Hello, boys. I'm back in my best riffs voice. Send the word. Yeah, if you've ever watched The Warriors, you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, the email they sent me was this. Hello, we have reviewed your appeal. That's what it is. I put in an appeal. Now, the first appeal I put in, they said, you're done. You're toast. I showed it to the guys that follow me and stuff. I couldn't post it on here, of course. But they said, you're done, But I kept looking at X and seeing things every once in a while. And I went ahead and continued trying to put in an appeal. The first time I tried to do it, first thing I tried to do was make another channel, and they immediately slammed that shut. I think the guys on Comics Division, Brahma Bull, noticed that because he follows me, and he let them know on the show that one night that I had tried to make another channel and they'd shut it down completely. So anyway, tried that. I want to be on here because this is one of the best places to get info, right? Anyway, didn't work. Tried another appeal, didn't work. So I was looking at X, I think on Wednesday before my show, and it said, I keep getting the alert that your channel's been suspended, blah, 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 try an appeal. So I said, fuck it, I'll try another one. What the hell? Sure enough, check it out. We have reviewed your appeal request. for account Joe's Atmosphere. Our automated systems, AI, have determined there was no violation and have restored your account to full functionality. Thanks, X Support. Now, let's be clear. Everything I did before that was before the 21st, which I had been paying the $4 amount or $3 amount, whatever it is, for the lowest kind of, I think it was a yellow check mark for business, I think is what it's for. And I did that just so I could edit posts, right? That ran out on the 21st. This is the 26th. And I put in the appeal after I stopped paying them because I, as soon as I found out I got nuked and then I went through the appeal process and didn't get it back. Well, of course I stopped the subscription. Why would I keep it, right? Well, I get this after I stopped paying. So, coincidence? Who knows? But it did say, the first email did say that I was reported. So, who knows? And boy, we've got some reporting going on, don't we? We've got some things going on here on the internet and all these streaming platforms and stuff that's kind of goofy, isn't it? Let's see what you guys got to say here in the chat. Martin likes spam. John says, I think the word you are looking for was appeal. Yes, it was. On Bumble, does Foxy know? That's what I call the big green play button when I'm trying to, keep from getting slammed too much. And look, I don't want to get in trouble on X anymore because I do enjoy the platform. I do. It's a lot of fun. Bumble's bounce. I sometimes I say the platform that bounces. You know what I mean? Rumble chat matters. Yes, it does, and I'm following it over here, Martin. There's nobody over there. As soon as I see something, I will let everybody know. Of course, X, for some reason, people do not, for some reason, chat on that channel. But let's see. We've got a couple people watching over there. Of course, I haven't been on that platform for a while. So let's see. I made a TikTok, Joe. Really? I make them all the time. That's good for you, Real Weight. It is storming here. The rain is slamming the window and loud. Cool, man. Let's see. Vince says, topic, Trump's nonchalant reaction on shots being fired at the correspondence dinner. Well, I think I bookmarked something on that. Hang on a second. I think I bookmarked the video that actually happened during. Let me see. Yeah, here it is here. Hang on. This was from... Let me reshare this. But I would say his non-reaction, his nonchalant reaction, he's a vet now. Come on, when you've had a bullet go through your ear, gunfire is kind of like, okay, yeah. He definitely doesn't have PTSD from it, does he? It's kind of wild, isn't it? Let's see. Let me go ahead and reshare this with sound. I don't think I have to worry about. Let's do a test. You guys tell me if I need to worry about echo. See if my voice starts echoing when I share the sound here. Hang on. Let me get it up here. Test, 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 test. Am I echoing? You guys let me know. Echoing, echoing, echoing. Am I echoing? What do you think? Okay, so this one here, here's the video that I saw of what happened. Take a look. First of all, let me check and see if no echo. Good. That's what I thought. I think it's just when I have guests on, so I can just go ahead and share the way I usually do. Okay, here we go. Here's the video of when the shots were fired. They're all looking, but he's just like, whatever. Whatever. And here comes the Secret Service. They're coming to get him. And they're getting him out of there. And there you go. As you can see, everybody else is looking. He was like talking to somebody. He's like, wow. There you go. And then the Secret Service came and got him. A little late, if you ask me, though. You think they get there? They need to be a little closer to him, don't they? I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, there you go. What did I think of it? Man, I'm tired of all these whack jobs grabbing guns. Look, I know it's the price we pay in a free society with the Second Amendment. But you know how I feel about this. I don't think you infringe on gun ownership. I think you infringe on crazy people having guns. That would be good. Here, it's a double-edged sword because, you know, they can call you crazy and take your guns away, you know, and they can come up with all kinds of stories. But look, it's above our pay grade, guys. Just look, we've got to keep the Second Amendment, though. Second Amendment needs to be looked at when you're looking at all of these politicians, for sure. My favorite politician the last decade has been Tulsi Gabbard, and I didn't really get fully behind her until she changed her tune on the Second Amendment. So, yeah, I mean, I'm, you know, she's still a global warming person, but you got to understand the politics of Hawaii and actually not even the politics of Hawaii, but the culture of Hawaii. They're ecologists is what they are. They're not global warming freaks. They believe in saving the planet. They believe in friggin', recycling and taking care of the world around them. You know, they're a different breed when it comes to that. If you've ever been there and spent any time there, I served for 3 months as a very young man in my 20s there. And those folks, yeah, they want to see clean oceans. You know what I'm saying? It's because they're surrounded by it. Yeah. Trump looked at the lady next to him like, first time? That's funny, man. I remember Ronald Reagan when a balloon popped and he said, "You missed." Yeah, it was during a speech. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Let's see. Das Wolfen says it was canceled by Disney. What was canceled by Disney? No echo? That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Let's see. Martin says, trust me on this. Do not give up your weapons. It did not go well in my country. He's talking about Venezuela, where he's from. It did not go well there, I imagine. And this is the kind of guy you need to listen to. I often ask Martin, you know, about his opinion on things. You know, let's see. Vince says, then why are Democrat cities filled with garbage? Because they care for the planet. I'm not talking about Democrat cities. I was talking about Hawaii. I was talking about the politics of Tulsi Gabbard. That's what I was talking about. We all know what cities are like. It's wow. Yeah, you don't even have to beat that drum, bro. Same with the Britons. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, look at what's going on in that country, and they have no guns. They haven't had guns for a long time, though. Yeah. So they can just run all over the populace, right? The government can. But, yeah. So yeah, that chronicles me getting back on X, and I'm proud to be back on there. Anybody that's watching there, please send me something in the chat. Let me know you're there. I see Vince has chimed in over there. Really checking? Yeah, I'm there. I see you over there. I've got all the chats over here to my left, man. I'm getting in a good habit of that. I'm telling you. Look, you noticed all I had to do really to get started tonight was get the sound going, right, for the music background, right? That was about it. I mean, really, you know, I'm getting better at it. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm an amateur. I'm not a professional producer, but I'm working on it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's talk about some of the stuff I wanted to talk about tonight. Let's go ahead and check in on the first story I wanted to talk about was Michael. I went and saw it last night, and I will give you my opinion once again. I went ahead and put it up on X today. I had fun on X today. I put some posts up about some stuff, some authentic material. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let me see what I got here. Profile. Come on back over here. There it is right there. The guys on Facebook have been seeing these for a while, but I do quick little reviews of stuff, just comments, what I think of the movie and stuff like that. And I went ahead and just copied and pasted it onto X because I put it up on Facebook as soon as we left the theater last night. Michael doesn't tell the whole story. It is exactly what fans of the King of Pop deserve. Jafar Jackson plays his uncle perfectly, which he did. He's fantastic as him. Coleman Domingo's scary portrayal of Joe Jackson will be nominated as well. If you love the music and the man, you'll dig it. Okay, so to get into the nuts and bolts of it, the reason why I say it's not the whole story is it maybe I should put a spoiler thing up here. Well, I mean, it's the guy's life. Everybody knows Michael Jackson's life. It ends with the Wembley show on the Bad Tour in 1988. That's where it ends. So, of course, it's not the whole story, right? He did a lot more music after that. What I found interesting was that Janet wasn't in it. I mean, the character. All you saw was LaToya. You never saw Janet in it. You didn't see Randy Jackson either. You didn't see the sixth brother. You didn't see him either. But I had heard through some of our guys in the sphere that that some of the stuff that leaned towards the youngster kind of thing was cut out of the movie, and I think Janet didn't want to be part of the movie because of that stuff. She didn't know they were going to cut it out, but I got to tell you, as a fan of the man and his music, I enjoyed the shit out of it. It right away lets you know what Joe Jackson was like. Okay, really early. He gives him a beating in the movie with the belt. Coleman Domingo is awesome. He's awesome in that part. I really think. I don't know if Jafar Jackson will win. His dancing in the movie alone should get him an Academy Award because he channels Mike. That's just all there is to it. He did a fantastic job. I mean, I was watching The Angry Badger the other night, and they were showing a video of the filming of Thriller, that video, and the actual video below it, and it looks the same, only from a different camera angle. It's ridiculous, and some of it's shot for shot. I mean, it's amazing. If you love the guy and his music, like I said, you will enjoy the fuck out of this movie. It is really, really good. It is about I think the poster says it's from the producers of Bohemian Rhapsody. It's about on that level, That's what it's like. It shows some of the bad stuff. The most of the bad in it is Joe Jackson, and it was so funny because we had a lot of African Americans in the theater with us, and me and the girl next to me, not my wife, but this black girl that was sitting next to me, we were talking during the movie about, they show Berry Gordy, they show Quincy Jones. I mean, he worked with phenomenal people. And, it was just fun to see this. If you were alive in the 80s, you will love this fucking movie because, wow, they talk about MTV and all of that shit. It is really, really fucking cool. The stuff that happened later on, that's all after the Bad Tour. You know what I mean? But they didn't get into him and Diana Ross. Diana Ross was never shown in the movie. It was more about Mike and his brothers and how Mike just didn't, at such an early age, the rest of them didn't feel it quite as much as Mike because he was so fucking young when the Jackson 5 took off. He says in the movie that, I try and make friends, but they all just want to look at me and take pictures. He really just didn't identify with kids his own age, but it's a really, really good movie. It really is. If you enjoy the music and you enjoy the man that made the music, he definitely had something to say. One of the things I dug was they showed the filming of Beat It where he got actual Crips and Bloods to be in the same room, not fighting, working on that video. That was fucking awesome. It was really good. You guys need to see the movie. If you haven't seen it yet, go see it. It's a celebration of Mike and his music. It's fantastic. It's really good. Let's see. Let's catch up with the chat here. Vince says, in Swiss, it is actually mandatory that every household has at least one gun in it or something like that. Vince, I think the Swiss are the country that actually trains their people how to use military weapons at the age of 18. They are all conscripted into the military forces, and they're trained. They're not part of the army or anything, but every frickin' fighting age man, I think up to, I'm not sure, I'd have to do the research, but it's something like 18 to 35 or something like that, has to keep a weapon in their house. I think you're correct about that. One of the countries in Europe does that. I don't know if it's Sweden, but yeah. Let's see. Magical Mike? Yeah, he's kind of magical. He was a great guy, man. He really was. A different kind of guy. Knew what he wanted, and knew he had to get out from his father's shadow to get there, because that guy ran that family like an iron fist. Here's the double-edged sword with it. Okay. Let's see. Allie isn't really an MJ fan, so I will wait until it is on streaming in a month and a half. Das Wolfen, I will tell you this after seeing it, I want to see it in IMAX, because those fucking arena shows, I'm telling you, they recreated those arena shows, and I really want to see it in IMAX. I told Rhonda during the movie when we were watching it last night at the Robinson, I said, this would be amazing in IMAX. It really would. I wanted to see that Elvis one they put out, Baz Luhrmann put out last year. I think, was it last year? No, I think it was the beginning of this year. Epic, right? Elvis Presley in concert movie. But yeah, I want to see this in IMAX if they put it in our IMAX theater. I really do. It looks pretty fucking cool. Like those arena shows would be cool. But yeah, I was a fan of Mike. I loved his music. Of course, I was working in clubs when Beat It and Bad came out. You know, when Thriller and Bad were big. I was fresh out of the army. I was working in nightclubs, and yeah, I danced a lot. You know, that's how you got chicks. You know, that's what we were doing back then. Let's see. Vince says they want to make a part 2 for Michael, and they can. Like I said, it ends with the Bad tour with him selling out Wembley, which I can't remember how many people fit into Wembley Stadium. It's a lot of people. Yeah, you really need to see the movie. It's really good, and they could make a second one. Now the second one, we're gonna get more of the music. I don't know how they do it without Janet though, because Janet was a big part of his music after that. And of course they're gonna have to address the youngsters coming to Neverland thing. But I thought it was cool how they showed how Neverland became a thing. He didn't build Neverland by that time, but you saw the beginnings of it. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. Vincent said Janet didn't want to be in the movie, but she supported the making of it. Yes, absolutely. She just didn't want to be in it. Janet asked not to be represented in the movie. Yeah, you guys are right. Absolutely. But I'm telling you, I recommend it. I would not mind going to see it again. It was so, but then again, I'm 60. I was a young man when he became huge. You know, there's certain singers right now. We've got one right now. Taylor Swift is a huge phenomenon. You know, the Swifties are an army, you know, and Mike's people were like that too. You know, Britney was a big thing. There's been very few, and they don't last long. I think the one that's probably going to last the longest is Taylor Swift. I think she's the most normal one out of this bunch. Elvis, you know, he lasted a very short time, but when I was a kid, everybody was about Elvis. My brother had an Elvis poster on this wall growing up. We had bunk beds in this room when I was a kid. So yeah. Mike was a phenomenon. The thing I hate, and you know what I need to look up real quick now that I'm thinking about it? Let me show this on the screen so you guys can see me search. Michael Jackson. Super Bowl performance. Michael Jackson Super Bowl. What year was that? Michael Jackson headlined the Super Bowl 27 halftime show on January 31st of 1993. Okay, so that's why we didn't see it. It was 93. But my gosh, guys, if you remember that moment right there, that one right there, my gosh, what a moment that was. Huh? Hang on, let me find a good picture of it. Yeah, there you go. Now, he had a lot of plastic surgery by that time. He basically just had nostrils. His nose was almost gone. But the guy just came out of the stage. They rose him up out of the stage, okay? And I swear to you, the people didn't move or stop screaming, applauding him for at least 2 minutes straight. At least 2 minutes. And then all he did was, you see, he's right, he's looking that way. All he did was this. When they stopped screaming, and they went on for another minute. It was ridiculous. All he did was snap his head to one side, and people went ballistic. It was crazy, that halftime show. It was nuts. Let's see. Vince says, from Michael Jackson to retarded bunnies. Yeah. Yeah, the Bad Bunny thing. I barely watched any of it. Of course, at that point, I was celebrating because I kind of knew my Seahawks were about to win the Super Bowl, Vince. So I really wasn't paying attention to it. I really didn't care who the halftime show was, you know. But, yeah, man. If you'd have seen this one, though, when it happened in 93, holy shit. That guy could make a crap. Look. The common thread between Bohemian Rhapsody and Michael is they both sell out Wembley, right? Well, Queen kind of had some help. It was during Live Aid. But that performance by them is always remembered, you know? And, man, that Super Bowl performance, that was nuts. That was nuts. He had them eaten out of the palm of his hand. It was ridiculous. All righty, boys and girls. Next up, we have to talk about... Oh, boy. We've got to talk about Vrabel and Russini. And the reason why we got to talk about it is... there are so many questions that need to be answered here. First of all, let's see. Did I spell it wrong? Okay. All right, here we go. Inside the fallout of Diana Rossini and Mike Vrabel photos. Look, I think you guys know the timeline. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because I have been beating the drum for this sorry individual. I say sorry individual. Let me rephrase that. I've just lost respect for him. Okay? I think he's still a good coach, but here's my problem. You guys know how much I love football. It's my favorite sport. I played it when I was a kid. I love it. He basically, after everything, gave his team the message going forward that if you have struggles in your life, you can just quit. That's basically what he told them without saying anything. Okay? I'm not a judge. There is only one judge. Okay? And, but, you know, Here's my message to folks that want to fool around on their wife. If you want to fool around on your wife, get a divorce. That way you don't ever do it. Okay? Just get a divorce. All right? And if you do, for some reason, want to stay married and you just can't handle it and you do something like this, admit it and go forward. Don't be him-hawing around about it like my man Vrabel has here. Look, I'm a closet case Titan fan, and apparently the day before the draft, they put out pictures of them in Tennessee in 2020. That's why he decided not to attend the draft, because he had to get into counseling, but he didn't admit to nothing. Didn't admit to anything in his press conference. Just totally sidestepped everything. And said, I can't be there because I have to concentrate on this. Look, if you're going to do something like this and you get caught, just frickin' admit it and move on. Don't stop going to work, especially in a high-profile job like that. You can't, you know you're going to have cameras on you. What the hell are you thinking, man? I mean, it's nuts. I lost so much respect for the guy, and I've been beating his drum. God, anybody that watches Pregame Party, I've been doing that show. We just started our 5th year, I think. Right, John? Started our 5th year on draft night on Thursday. I've been beating drum for this guy. No longer. Lost respect for him. Oh, I can quit now? I can just quit now. I got busted doing something I shouldn't have done. I'm just going to go ahead and quit now. Whatever. Be a man, suck it up, tell the truth, be accountable. Of course, I work with people that accountability they struggle with. And that's my main message to them. Just be accountable and suck it up, and get to it. Let's see. What do we got here? What are you guys saying? What am I missing? Let's see. I'm just getting back to where I was here. Oh my God. I identify as Michael Jackson and my pronouns are he. You got to sing that. You got to put musical notes after that, Read by Nature. It's good to see you, man. You got to say, I identify as Michael Jackson and my pronouns are he. You can't say that until, that was what was cool about that movie, man. When they were showing the logos, you heard that. You heard that in the background. You heard he. And the screaming and stuff. You heard all that shit during the fucking roll up to it. Very cool. Vince says Queen was great at Live Aid. Yes, they were. They definitely were. Real Dust Wolfen says, do you have to? I am so over Vrabel and his side piece. I just want to let people know why I'm so upset by it. That's all. And look, we've gotten more information, man. She's got a kid named Michael that she gave birth to the first year she was married. Makes you wonder if that kid's his. It's ridiculous. One of my favorite albums is still Queen live at Wembley. Hell yeah, man. Let's see. Fieldy says, after 1 month, I just realized that Joe has been wearing glasses. What the heck happened to my brain and eyes? It was okay, man. You know what? A lot of people don't know that I have long hair. You know what I'm saying? Because I wear a ponytail all the time when I'm streaming. Let's see. Das Wolfen says, infidelity is the unforgivable sin as far as I'm concerned. Well, I feel the same way, buddy. I try not to be a judge, but I have 2 ex-wives because of infidelity. Okay? They fooled around. If I'm at the club turning down supermodels and they're at home giving them my stuff away, no. You're an Ms. Privateer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's see. Vince says, I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Heard that one before. Yeah. But he never said one way or the other if he did. All he said was, I've had difficult conversations with management, with the team, and with my family. Just admit it, man. Damn. Vincent initials DJT. Oh, God. Let's see. Martin says, I did not cheat on her. That's bullshit. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. That's good. Fieldy says, yeah, 2, long hair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's see. MJ was originally meant to do the soundtrack for Sonic 3 on the Mega Drive. Really? You can hear some of the sound cues in some of his tunes. Really, man? Wow. Yeah. One thing, I was pointing this out to the girl next to me in the theater last night. I told her, the only guy as big as him that I've ever seen is Elvis. And both of them died young. You know what I mean? Both of them died young. You know, they say the brightest stars burn out twice as fast. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Okay. So, let's move on. You guys, let me know what you want to talk about in the chat for sure. Let's see. What else did I say I wanted to get into? Oh, yes, the quartering. I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. And like I said, I'm not a judge. But my God, I cannot turn on my feed without seeing something about the quartering. I cannot do it. I mean, it's getting kind of taken over by the shooting, but oh my gosh, man, let me tell you, let me go ahead and search. I mean, I've been watching quite a few videos, and these things, man, people are just attacking him from every side. They're attacking him from every side. And, I mean, these thumbnails are crazy. Busted, you know. Everyone hates the quartering now. What the hell is this? Pure evil. What is this? That's a new one. The quartering drama just got worse for Melanie Mack. Yeah, she's getting kind of swept up in this too. If you don't know the timeline of this one, boys and girls, basically, I think the Kino Casino guys called him a cuck, I think, or something like that. Whatever. You know, if you've never been married, you don't know what goes on in people's relationships. But they're a comedy channel, so they're going to bust on them and stuff like that. And Quartering took it personally, and he talked about, you know, doing something bad to their channels. And whether he did or not, he did call people out to do it, and that's a no-no in our business. You don't do that. Let's see. How did Michael do at the box office? We could check that right away while I'm finishing my thoughts on this. Yeah, freaking, that's a no-no. You don't do that. And ever since that happened, oh my gosh, people are coming out of the woodworks. Now, none of the people that I've seen that are attacking him are, you know, anybody that are high character people as far as I'm concerned. I mean, they're YouTubers like I am, you know, and they, you know, they've got their opinions, but I'd be careful to throw stones in a glass house, really. I mean, yes, he shouldn't have done that, but he could have, just like Vrabel, he could have handled this a lot better. Let jokes roll off your back. He decided to make a line at his wife. Anybody makes jokes about Foxy, I'm going to laugh at him and go, you know what? Well, you're probably jealous. You know, whatever. If I want to get mean about it, I might say you're jealous. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a great wife. She's awesome. You know? And actually, yeah, I'll tell you that story in a minute. Let's see. Oh, I opened the wrong thing. Hang on. I've got it right here, guys. Just hang on 1 second. I got to pull up a certain file. Actually, no, I think I could just search it. It's Box Office Mojo, right? Yeah. Let's see. Box Office Mojo. Anyway, to finish my thoughts on the quartering, he needs to really take a look in the mirror and revamp what he's doing. Okay. because he's taking a break. That's smart for his live streams. That's smart because look, some of this stuff looks bad, man. I saw somebody covering a video the other day of him walking around at a Renaissance fair with a camera. Ooh, man. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Let's see. Okay. Enter. Here it is. And we will go to weekend. Okay, this is projections. Okay, guys, this is projections because they don't have Sunday finished yet. But it looks like it's going to end up with 97 million domestically, almost 100 million opening weekend domestically. And they didn't show it on Thursday night, boys and girls. They started it on Friday. I checked this earlier. If you look at the dailies on Friday, it's not there. Or excuse me, not Friday, but Thursday. Hang on, I hit the wrong day. Notice it's not there. The top one was Super Mario. Okay? Let's look at the dailies. Friday, it made 39 million. This is domestic now. This isn't worldwide. Saturday, made 72 million. Or no, that's to date. It made 32 million. Okay? And then this is a projection for today because today's not done. 25 million. So a lot of people went to see it on Friday and Saturday. And people don't go out as late on Sunday, so that's understandable. So, altogether for the weekend, it looks like it's going to make just short of $100 million domestically. Okay? International box office. Let's see. Michael, 15 million, 9 million, and 10 million. That's in different countries. Hang on. They don't have a total there. Let's just go to worldwide numbers. Michael, in 3 days, has done 217. 97 million domestic, 120 million worldwide. That's how big this guy is. Everybody in the world knew who he was, just like Elvis, just like Britney, just like the Swifties. So yeah, I knew this was going to make a ton of bread when it came out. And if you look at the reviews, the critics hate it, but the audiences love it. They were clapping and cheering at the end of the show when I was leaving the theater. It was that kind of reaction. Why didn't Michael Jackson and Freddie Mercury release their song back then? Was there any real reason besides things like alpacas, drugs, and stuff like that? I do not know, Fieldy. I don't even know if they did a song together. I know him and Paul McCartney did some stuff together. What are the ratings of Michael on Rotten Tomatoes now? 35? Or is it up now to 36? Yeah, Fieldy, it's bad. The critics are dumping on this thing. I don't know why. Let's go ahead and look at that real quick. Shall we? Let's look at that real quick. Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see. And they should have Michael right here. Here we go. It's at 38. It's at 38 million. But look at the popcorn meter. 97% fresh. Telling you, it's a good movie. If you're a Michael Jackson fan, you need to go see it. If you are somebody that didn't live in that period, I'm wondering what the phenomenon was all about. They show it rather well. They really do. Martin says, I don't care about the Quartering's personal life. However, he shouldn't deplatform those clowns. No. Look, you're in the public. Okay. Hang on. Let me just keep that up there. And let's pull this down so you guys can see my face. Look. You're in a public space. If you don't expect The internet is going to win. Okay? You can't buck the system. It's not going to happen. You can't say, oh, I can't talk about my wife. You've talked about your wife on your videos, buddy. If you want her to be off limits, you can't talk about her. You got to keep it out completely. If you want, and look, it's jokes. You have to be able to laugh at yourself, man. You have to. I mean, if you start getting the big head, you know, we've seen it too many times in entertainment, in sports. You start getting the big head, that's when you're going to mess up. I'd rather, you know, stay authentic, talk to folks, and like, for instance, okay, the story I was going to tell you about Foxy, and I was a local public celebrity because I was a nightclub bartender. We were rock stars during the 80s and 90s down here in Louisiana. We were. And all the guys that did it with me, man, we're old vets, man. We missed those days, but we couldn't do it now. There's no way. That's a young man's game, okay? Oh, shoot. And it's time for a shot. Speaking of the old days of drinking. We're at the 1 hour mark, so grab your cocktail of choice. And let's just go ahead and do it up. And maybe this is a wake-up call for the quartering. So maybe it's time. Maybe his run is over. Maybe it's time for him to get out of the business. Cheers, boys and girls. Here's to a great week coming up. Cheers. I knew the exact moment it was time for me to get out of the club business. I was bartending on a Saturday night. Rhonda and I were still newlyweds. This was in 2001. I was, at this point in 2001, I'm 36 years old. That is old for a bartender. Let me tell you. It is. I've seen guys do it into their 50s and stuff, but first of all, it's a beating on your body. I didn't work in the corner bar with the pool tables and stuff. I worked in a nightclub. It's a body wash. It's stack of glasses full of ice, 10 on your tray, ready to pop liquor bottles and go. You need track shoes to keep up. You're 3 deep on a Saturday night. Well, one of these Saturday nights, my lovely wife is there. Foxy's there, right next to my register. And God love her. I you know, during peak times, and this is about 10 o'clock at night. We had just opened the bar an hour and a half ahead earlier, and you know, I'm crowded. I'm 3 deep. I'm hauling ass. I'm doing my thing, right? Making that money. And she, you know, God love her. She knew better than to bother me when I was busy, but she had a look on her face every time I come to the register, because she was parked right next to it. Every time I came up to the register, I was noticing she was just looking at me kind of crazy. And I leaned over to her at one point and I said, "Hey, what's up, babe?" And she goes, "This guy next to me keeps staring at me. He's really freaking me out." So I look across and there's this guy. If he's a day old, he's 22. And I haven't served him anything. And he's obviously either on something or drunk already. Okay. And he's just sitting there like this, staring at her, right? So I said, "Hey, man." So I grab him by the lapel, okay? Grab him by the lapel. And I don't know, I just noticed I need to adjust my camera a little bit here. You couldn't see the new 52 Supergirl over there. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry I denied you guys the second Carousel. But anyway, I grabbed him by the lapel of the shirt. I said, "Hey, man, that's my wife, dude. You're freaking her out. Stop leering at her, you know? Yeah, go down to the leering center and learn how to deal with that." Anyway, he said, "Oh, okay." You know, he's 3 sheets to the wind. So I take the change I had got, went and delivered it, made a couple more drinks, delivered them, got the money, going back to the register. I look across. Not only is he staring at her, now he's doing this. And you folks that are just listening, he's flicking his tongue on the top of his lip like he's ready to lick a certain part of her body, if you know what I'm saying. Now, if I'd have been in my 20s, and I see you over there, Vince, putting stuff on the Bumble. I appreciate it. Bumble's bounced, by the way. And you know what? Here in a second, I'm fixing to get into some self-promotion here halfway through the show. But to finish my story, when I was in my 20s, I would have laughed at that kid. I'd have stopped what I was doing, and I'd have probably said, hey, guys, check this fool out. You know, I probably would have put a fucking spotlight on him. Well, I put a spotlight on him in a different way. I brought my hand from my hip all the way across the register and smacked him right across the bridge of his nose as hard as I could. Probably missed my own wife's head by an inch or so coming across like that. But I did. I whap, just hit him right across the nose. And I said, didn't you fucking hear what I just said? And he was all wide awake now. He was all big-eyed. Oh, you know. And an old friend of ours named Amable. Don't ask me how to spell it. I could look up his profile on Facebook, but good friend. He was working the front door. He was the doorman at the club I was at. I was on this island bar, and the door was behind me, and I was up at the front of it. And he all of a sudden appears right behind my wife. And he says, everything okay, Joe? Now, the thing you got to know about Amable is he's about 6'2", and he's from Rwanda. And he's one of these guys that's seen hell and knows every day the rest of his life is gravy. He was here on a student visa, I think, when I first met him. And he was going through the process of becoming a citizen, and he was going to school here. Okay? Anyway, he pops up right behind my wife and goes, everything okay, Joe? And I said, yeah, but this motherfucker needs to find another place to drink. And I didn't communicate it well. Sometimes I say what's on the top of my head. I don't communicate what I'm trying to say. I really wanted to say, hey, he just needs to find another bar, you know, in the club. That's all I was thinking, right? And he said, okay. And he grabbed him by the lapel and his belt, and he opened the front door with his head. And I was like, oh my God, really? Anyway, Amable comes back, and I said, Amable, that's not what I meant. And he goes, oh, no. I was at your wedding. Nobody gonna fuck with your wife. Nobody gonna fuck with you. I said, okay. All right, man. You're the doorman. You're the security guy. It's cool. All right. But I thought to myself afterwards, I felt so bad for hitting that kid. I felt really, really bad for hitting him. You can't be in a public place like that, with the public eye on you, and do that. You can't do. You're in the service business. This is what I'm saying about the quartering. He can't sit there and take this shit personally. He cannot. And that's what he's been doing. He's been taking it personally. And Jeremy, if you're watching this, because I know he's probably watching everything that's got his name on it, I implore you, man, don't take this shit so personally. It's the internet, man. If they see a chink in your armor, they're going to jump on you like sharks. Don't do that. Just let it roll off your back like water off a duck's ass. I mean, really, you know, there's no reason for it. You can't do that. And that's when I knew I had to get out of that business. I had to get out of that business. It was getting to me, you know, it really was. Martin says, I don't care. Okay. Yeah. It's not good to deplatform those clowns. No, they're clowns. You've heard me say it before. I'll say it again. Joe Rogan's said the best thing about this. If you think it's bad speech, the best thing to do with bad speech is more speech. Do your own video quartering about what they said and debunk it. Or tell people they're idiots. Do that. Don't threaten to deplatform them. Let them talk themselves into a hole. Real Das Wolfen says Foxy is cool as fuck. Yes, I think she's cool as fuck. But see, John's only met her once in person, and he knows she's cool as fuck too. Deplatforming and striking among creators is a no-no, no doubt. That's why I hope whoever reported me, because it said it was reported for inauthentic behavior. I hope that's nobody I know. I hope that was nobody I know. Let's see. Vincent Womack says, just see this on my other screen. Judge orders police to confiscate James O'Keefe's guns after Psycho threatens to kill him on camera. Really? James O'Keefe? I don't even know who that is. Of course, I don't keep up with politics that much or anything. I mean, I do, but the fuck, Martin says? I never really liked the Quartering's content, but Bering and Dankula had a podcast called The Incredible Salt Mine. Yeah, I mean, these guys have all worked together in the past, and Bering's blasting him right now. You know? And I just I put him in the subject bar just because I was seeing so much of it, and I figured I'd give you my 2 cents on it. And my 2 cents are this: if it's getting to you that bad, take a break yourself. Don't threaten somebody else's wallet, man. That's not cool. You wouldn't want somebody threatening your wallet, and it's backfiring on you, man. Come on. You know better than that. Reba Nature says they stopped doing the show ages ago. Yeah, that's for sure. I know. Yeah, a lot of these people work together. What I hate is Melanie Max getting grief about this now too, because she's ride or die with the Quartering. And I mean, I like Melanie a lot. I really do. I think she does great stuff. But I stopped going to church for a long time because of hypocrites. Okay, I'm a Christian just like they are, but they seem to forget we're all sinners. None of us are perfect. You got to try and do the best you can. I mean, yes, I find it funny just like everybody else does. When she uses the cigarette term from England. I think it's funny, but really, true Christianity teaches you that you should love those people no matter what, and pray for them and hope they get enlightenment. But yeah, it's funny, but that kind of thing. She's in the public space, and now it's kind of blowing up on her. So I hope she didn't get drugged down by it like the Quartering is. I really hope not. Reed says, Vince, I heard that the other day, but didn't know the details. Okay, well, let me look it up real quick. Let's see. James O'Keefe. Let's look this guy up. Don't know that I know this guy. James O'Keefe. Am I spelling it right? Hang on, let me re-highlight this. Okay. Where is it going? Oh, look at this. It started messing with my stuff. No, don't do that. And put this back over here. Way behind in the chat, aren't I? Shit. I'm sorry, guys. Let's see. O'Keefe. I'm just going to type in James O'Keefe just to see who this is. Oh! Hi, yeah, Project Veritas. Okay. Sounded familiar. I wasn't sure. Let's see. News. Okay, here we go. Gateway Pundit update. Judge overturns firearms prohibition on James O'Keefe after West Palm Beach police confiscate his guns. A judge on Friday overturned the firearms prohibition on James O'Keefe after West Palm Beach police confiscated his guns. Last month, James was served with a restraining order while he was live streaming at his West Palm Beach, Florida headquarters on Tuesday. The Palm Beach Sheriff's deputy served James with a domestic violence restraining order. The domestic violence restraining order was from Matthew Pyremand, a former Project Veritas board member. Wow. Palm Beach County Sheriff Department just served me with a domestic violence restraining order from Matthew Tyerman, the former board member from Project Veritas, who said he wants to murder me. James O'Keefe said, despite admitting multiple times on hidden camera wanting me dead, Matthew Tyerman filed a restraining order against me in Miami-Dade County, O'Keefe said, saying such things as, I would kill him, O'Keefe, because he is one of the most evil people I've ever known, he said. He even shot up my book with a rifle bullets through my heart on the cover. The audacity of evil has no bounds, O'Keefe said. James O'Keefe previously honey-trapped Matthew Tyerman at a restaurant. During the encounter in Miami Beach that was recorded by camera, Tyerman admitted to being an FBI Southern District of New York City, SDNY informant. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, man, you found a good one here, didn't you, Vince? Good Lord, man. Let's see. Let me make sure I got my place in the chat here. There it is. Okay. All right. Let me click that off. And I'll go ahead and I'll play this. I think I've still got the sound going. You guys let me know.
But don't you feel bad because he was your friend?
I would kill him because he is one of the most evil people I've ever known.
So this guy shot up my book and bragged that he wants to kill me. There's a bullet right through my heart.
The second I saw him get shot, I wished, that was my immediate first reaction, was why couldn't it have been okay?
The 1,000 sources in the DOJ and CIA I talk to all the time.
Okay.
That's why I fed the Southern District tons of shit to try and get him in prison.
So could you tell us the truth about who you fed dirt to SDNY? And you're a rat. You're an FBI informant.
No, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
I've already fed the Southern District tons of shit on him.
Could you tell us more about how you said you were a confidential informant to the SDNY?
About you?
Who did you feed SDNY information? You went to the FBI, Matt. You're a rat.
You are the most evil motherfucker I've ever met.
But I'm not a rat.
You know who I've talked to about all of your criminal activity? Everybody who would listen. The IRS and other agencies.
So you did go to the FBI.
I have talked to many people who have called me from law enforcement agencies.
When did you feed the Southern District of New York tons of shit,
When
Matthew?
people called me and asked me questions about you, I answered them truthfully and honestly.
So we have Matt Tierman is on tape admitting to be an FBI informant. He's the first time breaking news. This is pretty nuts, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, well, that's my property.
This doesn't look good for you, bro. You shot me in the heart. You say you want to kill me. I mean, a lot of people find that pretty concerning. You said when Charlie Kirk died, you wished. No, we're gonna file a restraining order against you. So is that projection? Is that
my property?
No, that's my book.
No, it's not.
If you touch me, we have security, and they're gonna.
That's
Matt,
my property.
Matt.
3 years ago, on February 6th, I was indefinitely suspended from Project Veritas.
Okay. All right. I think that's enough of the video. Wow. Yeah, looks like the judge overturned firearms prohibition, so he's going to get his guns back. There you go. There you go. Justice is served. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat here. Let's see. Let's see. Let me catch up. $1 million. Dr. Evil. Yes. I never liked that no matter now small a news story. I think he means how small a news story was. He padded the video to over 10 minutes to get more ad money. Well, that's the grift, isn't it? I mean, and he'll freely admit it's a grift. I mean, look, you can say what you want about the quartering. He says it himself. I have a great job. All I do is read news articles. And that's why I watch. I still follow his channel. I'm going to continue to follow his channel because I don't have to read. I want to see the stories and hear about them while I'm eating my breakfast. It's easier to consume that way, right? Let's see. Hate the game, not the player. Tell him, Martin. Exactly. That's it. Martin, then he should have covered more than one topic per video if they are small-time new bits. Yeah. He must be talking about his shorts, man. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, too. I don't watch shorts, guys. The only shorts I watch are pretty girls. So that's about it, Let's see. It's funny because last week I kept getting Quartering Kids ads on his kids I was watching. What? Okay, read by nature. I don't know what that meant, but okay. I am agreeing with you, Joe. Yes, Martin, I know. Let's see. Tim Pool was the same, talked a bit on topic, then it looked like ADD took over and he'd ramble about other more mostly personal anecdotes. Yeah, whenever they make themselves the story, that gets kind of boring, doesn't it? Unless they're telling an anecdote like I was just doing, right? I'm not saying I'm right and they're wrong. I'm just, if you're going to be doing a news story, talk about the news story. Yep. Martin says, Vince, you just have to know when the point is made, close the video and move on. Yeah. I don't watch his videos all the way to the end. I just watch the stuff at the beginning where he's reading the article, so I can get that stuff. Real Dust Wolfen, my wife got me a full set of Marcus Allen Chiefs Coke bottles and the original carrier. Wow. For your anniversary? That's fucking awesome, dude. That is badass. Let's see. That was part of my anniversary gift. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Outlaw Bill is here. Good to see you, my man. What's going on? Good to see you. Let's see. Doorman Jazzy Jeff, that guy. Don't know what that means. I may be too old for some of this lingo. I told my daughter a long time ago, stop talking to me in Elite. I don't understand it. Let's see. Okay. Meme them till they cry. Then make memes of them crying. Sun Tzu. Yes. Exactly. Tell him, Vince. That's what you should do. Look, if people, look, I have people attack me during my own show. Knock is the first one that'll tell me you're an idiot, or tell me, that I'm contradicting myself or something like that. I'm like, I don't care, whatever. I do not care. Let's see. Vince says O'Keefe got his guns back when another judge stepped in and said the other judge went too far. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm catching up. All right. Let's see. James O'Keefe is the guy who initially founded Project Veritas. Yeah. So he got them back. Yes, Das Wolfen. Yes. Finn says that's good. Martin says, I don't do drama. I don't talk about anybody, nor I listen to anybody gossiping around. Somebody shit. If, I think he's trying to say, somebody shit talks about me, I don't give them any attention. I'm busy enough running my life. Thank you. Very good. That's what you do. The only reason why I brought the Quartering up tonight is it just dominated my feed today, and I felt like I wanted to tell everybody my perspective on it. I'm not, and I gave him advice. If he wants to watch it, listen to it, great. If not, just, no, I don't judge you, man, but there's better ways to handle things. Hate the sin, love the sinner. That's it, John. You tell him. Yes. Read the chat first, Vince says. Boomer Joe strikes again. Man, leave me alone. I do the best I can. I don't have a producer. I remember there being a bit of politicking with Veritas. I think O'Keefe got kicked out and went solo. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think he has to. Yeah. What the fuck? I don't know what I did, but Real Wade Nation says, what the fuck? Let's see. Reed says, John, that's good. He got his guns back. Yes. Yes, he did. Joe is only 20 minutes behind in the chat, Vince says. I'm always behind in the chat. You guys know this. You know this. You know that's half the fun we have here is me boomering shit. You know better. Let's see. No video. Wise. Okay. You go, Real Wade. But anyway, yeah. Okay, what else did we... Oh, yeah, the draft. I did want to talk about the draft a little bit, the NFL draft. Had a ball doing the show this week, by the way. Oh, wait a minute. Before we get into that, let me put on my little promotional thing and tell you guys that I want you to go by joesatmosphere.com whenever you get a chance and check things out there. If you want to get a commission done, you can order it through the email address on the bottom. All you have to do is write me a note, and the process will get started. I charge $75 a face. I was showing you some of that on Friday, some of the portrait art I do. And I've got one that I'm working on right now that should be pretty cool. I'll be showing you here pretty soon. But anyway, if you want to get yourself done by me, if you want to get a pencil sketch portrait done, just send me an email at the bottom of joesatmosphere.com. Also, if you want to see everything privateer and updates about the shows coming up on my streaming platforms, then go to Subscribestar. You can check out the written word, all the plots for the comics, the origin stories, all that stuff. You can check that out for $1. All the written word is $1, and then if you want to check out the artwork, it's $5. So, and there's plenty of content on there that you don't have to pay for. It's all stuff about me and what I do, and there's even a profile done by me by a Louisiana Association on Compulsive Gambling because I'm a resident manager for them at their core facility, their Center of Recovery facility on Star Avenue in Shreveport. So, yeah. If you want to know more about me and what I can do for you as a consumer of art and some of the cooler things in life, definitely go check out those three places: joesatmosphere.com, Joe's Atmosphere on Subscribestar, and also the 0 issue of the Privateer is on Amazon Kindle under Atmosphere Comics. It's just the first 5 pages of artwork done up there. So check all that stuff out for us. And like, share, and subscribe, like Vince is constantly telling you to do. Now let's get back to the chat and see if they've got anything else they want me to look up. Oh my God, he's all cut up. Mind blown, Vince says. God. Let's see. John says, I think I was the Nostradamus of the draft stream. I was pretty good on calling picks. Yeah, you were really good at it. You did a good job. The 2 surprises for me, I actually predicted one of them. I say predicted. I actually said, Real Wade Nation says, eee, Joe. I actually said the Ty Simpson pick. I said I wouldn't be surprised if LA took him because, you know, he would be in a great situation. And Matt Stafford, who I love, I hate the Rams, but I love Matthew Stafford. I'm kind of, you know, stuck between a rock and a hard place whenever they play my Seahawks because I do love Matthew Stafford. I've loved him since he joined the league, but he's not getting any younger, and they do need to prepare for the future. I mean, of all the players, the 2 players that probably did the best in the draft for where they were drafted and where they're going was probably Ty Simpson. He's going to be able to carry a clipboard for a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Hall of Fame coach. He's going to learn from both of them before he even steps on a field. It's pretty amazing. He's in a great spot. Now, we said this about Mac Jones a few years ago, and he had a rookie season that was really good. After that, he fell off the map. But you've seen how he did with the 49ers there for a little bit. But that's the guy that did the best in the draft, the player that did the best for where he was picked. I think the next best one was that cornerback for LSU that went to the Chiefs. That, to learn how to play cornerback from Spagnuolo, come on. There's not much better you can do there. That is amazing. That immediate dividends this guy's going to play for the Chiefs. It was an amazing pick for them. But yeah, John, you did really good predicting who was going where. I thought it was funny shit that my Seahawks took the backup to the Notre Dame guy. That was the other surprise to me, where Jeremiah Love went. I thought he would end up with the Titans. Cardinals got him. And I think they took him because they knew the Titans were going to take him. Even though it's two different conferences, you know, they've got a new staff down there in Arizona, and they want to make a splash. And they ended up taking, I believe Arizona ended up taking Carson Beck, didn't they? John, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they ended up taking Carson Beck. But yeah, it was a fun night. I ended up playing Madden because, look, some of it got a little boring. This was, as far as talent goes, this was not a good draft. It really wasn't. Next year's draft is going to be phenomenal. Next year's draft is deep. There are going to be some great players coming out next year, but this was kind of a lackluster draft. It really was. I have to say that. John, agree or disagree there in the chat? Let me know. But yeah, definitely wanted to speak about that. Vince says, Alien Isolation 2 teaser trailer released. Joe now has to play Alien Isolation in October. Oh my God! Perfect Halloween for Halloween season. Oh my gosh! Do we want to check it out? Let me know in the chat if we want to check that out. Alien Isolation 2. Okay. Real Wade Nation says Vandy quarterback yawn sucks. He doesn't suck. He's 5'8". That's why he didn't get drafted. Okay. Sorry. He didn't get drafted because he's so short. Okay. John says our defense got an upgrade after the draft. And the running back we took was the number one running back in the Big Ten. And Arizona did take Carson Beck. That's what I thought. Yeah. So they got a guy. Carson Beck has a lot of games under his belt. And that bit of experience. Yeah, I know he's thrown some picks in his career and everything. But he's a big guy. And I believe if they make him a pocket passer in Arizona, I think he'll do well. This draft was strong on defense in talent, weak in offense. No doubt. Yeah, there was a lot of good defensive players. We had 2 edge rushers that went. The guy that went second's really good, but everybody was expecting Bain to go a lot earlier than he did. Surprised he fell as far as he did. Yeah, you're absolutely correct about that. But you know, if you guys got me playing a video game during the draft, it's kind of boring. Another thing that they've got to do, that presentation, if they're going to have 8 minutes between the picks, that's great, but they've definitely got to get things rolling with these guys coming out and everything. I love the presentation and everything. I love how the Arizona guy that got picked just walked right by and didn't even friggin' put the hat on at the mirror, just grabbed it and went. That was hilarious. Vince says, watch the Alien Isolation 1 trailer instead. Nothing to see for the sequel trailer. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's look her up, baby. Go back over here to the tubes and find out what's up with it. Alien. Let's see. Isolation. Trailer. Okay. Alien Isolation launch trailer. 2.5 minutes. Can you guys handle it for 2.5 minutes? What do you think? Huh? Are we going with this? I think we are. Because the hardest working man on my channel. says that we do it. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Let me go ahead and kill the music real quick. And we will play it. Let's see what the... I'll put this. Volume's on. You guys let me know if you can hear it when it starts playing. It's a Sega game. I'm down with that. I love the Genesis. Thought it was awesome.
There's something I thought you should see before I finish this.
I did dig that right there. That looks a lot like stuff out of Alien right there. That looks a lot like the Nostromo and the platform they're going to looks a lot like something like you'd see in that era. Let's see. Vince says, I just want to get hungry and play it in for Halloween. You are dying for me to play this game. Okay. Let's commit now. We will do a playthrough of Alien Isolation for Vince for the Halloween season. We will do that. I got to keep my guy happy.
I know why you're working in the region where she went missing.
Amanda Ripley has spent her life looking for answers. Amanda Ripley, the daughter?
You're still looking, aren't you?
Her search is over. Interesting.
My God, Ripley. You're doing good, Tim.
I wonder what they're doing there. That doesn't look like a salvage mission. Is it a training mission? You're doing good. Training mission? Is this first person? She is about to discover. Is this first person? Is this a first person shooter, bro? Because you know what? I really love you if I'm going to play through a first person shooter because I can't stand them.
Welcome to Sevastopol Station, your home away from home.
But some things, they're starting to split up sentences now. Let me take a swig, brace myself here. In the immortal words of Stanley Tucci, in the Devil Wears Prada Part 1. I say Part 1. There was no Part 1. Now they're making a Part 2. In the immortal words of Stanley Tucci, gird your loins.
Ripley, I hope to God you can hear this. Something's gone wrong.
Better left lost. Ha ha ha! Everybody's favorite Xenomorph. What's happening? Woohoo! Not a shooter. Her other daughter, Reed says, the one without acid for blood. But it is first person. Okay. Not a shooter, huh? Interesting. So how do I fight the aliens? Sega presents association with 20th Century Fox. A creative assembly game.
A creature.
A creative assembly game. You gotta build shit with this thing? Wow.
He said, come out and play.
Aha! There is a gun. I like it. Ha ha! I like it. Oh my God. Real quick, guys. We have to acknowledge the entrance of the OG fan of the channel. The OG fan. Other than my producer, the OG fan. No, his name is not Fuck Headquarters 2005. We all know him. We all love him.
There are some who call me Tim.
And he comes in hot.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
It's good to see you, Tim. Good to see you, my man. Let's see what's going on here. Hang on. Let me get back to the chat here. Okay. Reed says by the time gets to his second shot of the night, it will be The Devil Wears Sparta. This is Prada, right? That's kind of a soft kick, though. Probably a heel to the chest. I already did my second shot. You guys are late. Tim says, you all want to be me. Oh, my God. And he knows the rules. He knows how to get his second video. He knows what's up.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go, man. You got it. You got it. All right. Let's see. You all want to be me. Take it easy, man. Don't get so full of yourself there. But it's good to see you, Tim. Good to see you. Okay. Let's continue.
How did I know I could trust you?
Fun and games.
She's got.
Was that guy getting an MRI? What's up there? We got real medical technology going on there?
Worse. She's dying.
Let me be.
Wait a minute. Do we have zombies and aliens? What's up with that, Vince? What's up with that right there? Or is that one of the pirates from the fog? What's up with that, bro? Huh? What's up with that?
Let the devil take me.
Isolation. So you're by yourself during most of this, I guess. Is this a horror game, man? Is that what this is? Alien Isolation. And they tell you all about the interesting things behind it. Very nice. Very nice. Looks neat, man. Looks neat. Let's see. Vince says those are Working Joe's androids. Really? Working Joe's. I love how they throw my name around everywhere. Just average Joe, Working Joe. Yeah. They look like autons of Doctor Who. See, you guys say Doctor Who and you lose me. I've just never been a fan of Doctor Who. And with so many iterations of the Doctor, there's no way I'm ever going to get started with that crap. No way. I mean, all the different Star Treks. You guys have heard me talk about it before. I'm an OG Star Trek guy. You know, that is my wheelhouse. I was watching a video the other day that was kick-ass, man. And yes, I admit, I do every once in a while watch one of these AI videos. But they had a rock and roll version of OJ Star Trek. That was just badass. I loved it. They all had big hair and shit. It was fucking great. It's fucking great. It's right in my wheelhouse, man. It really was. Okay, so what else do we want to touch on tonight? I think that's about it. I do want to let you guys know something that's coming up. Now, John's got his anniversary. And my anniversary is next month, boys and girls, to the fair. Boxing Way. And that's it. This is us when we were much younger. Okay. And I want to let you know that this May 16th, Rhonda and I are renewing our vows. 25 years together calls for a celebration. Join us at Bel Air Baptist Church, main sanctuary at 5 p.m. on that Saturday to celebrate with us. Plus RSVP by commenting on this post or calling me. We will be going to RW Steakhouse that night at 6 p.m. The number of RW's Steakhouse is there. To make reservations for dinner with us, tell them you want to join the Rivers party that night. See you then. And yeah, that's what's going on Saturday, May 16th. We will have been married for 25 years. I will have 25 years with this lovely woman. And this is back when we were very young. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I can. Yeah, here we go. Let's see if I can make it bigger. I don't think I can. Yeah, I probably have to download it, but that one is my favorite picture of us. I need to take that thing and get a print made of it and framed. This is us on the dance floor on a New Year's Eve. But yeah, that's us recreating the Parker and Mary Jane kiss, right? You know, and as you can see, Foxy has always been a gorgeous chick. So yeah, I got that coming up. So you guys look forward to me posting and giving you all kinds of video for that, man. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh yeah, I read that one already. Made by a rival company from Wayland Yutani. You know, I don't really know many of the names of the video. Oh, look what's behind me. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. The old friggin' MTV thing. Oh, that's right. That's the 20 top moments in music history is right there. That's what that is right there. They must have been talking about MTV. Vince says, I saw that Next Generation hair metal. Yeah, that's just it. That's the next in the series. Oh my God, Joe had hair. Oh yeah, I still have hair. All right, only this is the illusion of hair, because on top it's bald. On the sides I can grow as long as I want though, and in the back. But the top, I got that horseshoe thing a while ago, and I got a few strands that are hanging on for dear life. But yeah, the top of the head's pretty much bald. Vince is laughing. Let's see. Tim says, third time is a charm then. Yes, of course it is. Yes, the third time in my life, third time was a charm. Yes, it was. So with my brother, too. He's coming in for it. I just found out that him and Kim are going to come in for it. Me and my lovely, him and my lovely sister-in-law are going to be here. Should be fun. John says, I just looked. I apparently own Alien Isolation and have never played it. Well, there you go. I'm definitely going to play it for Halloween. I committed, man. You know, I'm going to commit to that. Let's see. After the stream, go watch the Alien Isolation gameplay trailer. Okay. Dire Straits. You know it, Vince. Dire Straits is pretty kick-ass, bro. So that's what I've got coming up. I think that's going to be a wrap for the club tonight, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, same as I always tell you, I want you to go by and check out joesatmosphere.com and see what I can do for you as an artist. You know, I know a lot of people are kind of strapped for cash now, but when you want that personal gift, it's nothing like a pencil sketch portrait, man. I'm telling you. Just ask Christian DeLorme. Ask him. And you can ask half the people in my town. I keep running into people I've done drawings for over the years and totally forgot that I had done them. But I'm also offering to make people look like superheroes too. I'll do it digitally. You guys watch me week to week doing things on Sketching the Privateer. So, you know, I'll do that for you too. Just send me an email through joesatmosphere.com. That's where I handle my business at, guys. If you text me or you message me somewhere where you usually message me, Fieldy talks to me on Instagram. Tim talks to me through Facebook Messenger. I am not going to talk to you about business unless you send me an email through the website. So definitely remember joesatmosphere.com. Also, if you want to see everything behind the scenes of the Privateer, you want to go over to Subscribestar and check out Joe's Atmosphere there. And if you want to see the 0 issue of the Privateer, it's live on Amazon Kindle under Atmosphere Comics. So check all of that stuff out to support the channel. Let's let you know what's going on with the rest of the streaming stuff. Hang on, before I go any further, let me go ahead and check into the chat. I see a bunch of stuff going on here. Let's see. E. Clay Thomas says, Joe, when you undo your ponytail, do you look like Benjamin Franklin? No. Gary says that I look like John Carpenter. Hang on. Yeah, it's a Silvermane kind of thing. Let me turn sideways. Maybe you can see it better that way. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of it's been in a ponytail all day, so it's not going to flare out that well right now. So, but yeah, Gary says I look like John Carpenter all the time. Even the Dire Straits laugh out loud. Martin says, John, you own half of the OS Steam catalog. Yeah. Old school Steam catalog. Yeah, I got you. Let's see. What's going on? E. Clay, it's great to see you, man. It is great to see you. You know, it's always great to see you. But yeah, I kind of look like Ben Franklin, I guess. If you're thinking about the Four Fathers, that's probably the guy I look the most like, I would imagine. Vince says, John, I have quite a few games I have and never played. I've never played The Witcher 3. I've still got it in plastic down here. Never played it. And I think I've never played it because I've watched so many other people play it. Martin says, gotta go. My planet needs me. Yes. And Vince is throwing the links in the chat. Hang on, let's see. John says, I'm installing Alien Isolation now. I will probably get to it in 2035. There you go. You know, hey, he's going to get to it eventually. That was too sexy for YouTube, E. Clay Thomas says. Okay, brother, you go, man. Let's see. Tim says, I'm blind now due to the light coming off your head. Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a good one. I just got Pragmata on a 50% rebate. About to fire it up now. Well, Martin, you enjoy yourself, man. Let me know what you think of that one. You guys all, you know, a lot of you communicate with me backstage. Look, guys, I'm Joe's Atmosphere everywhere. You want to talk to me, send me a message. You know, I'll be glad to talk to you outside of the shows. And Martin, definitely let me know what you think of that one, because I'm really interested to see what that looks like. Read by Nature says there's rumors of another expansion for Witcher 3, despite how old it is. Well, man, when you get a solid game like that, shit, how many times have they redone? They've redone Last of Us for the PS4 and the PS5. I mean, you know, yeah, they keep doing updates to it. Vince says, me neither, Joe. Got it, even installed Witcher 3 and never played it yet. Yeah, I hear you. Tim says, and can't wait until Wild Geese, Joe. Yeah, know this now. And like I said, I talk to guys behind the scenes all the time. Me and Tim decided on my birthday that weekend. Is that Saturday, the 25th? Anyway, my birthday is July 25th. I'll be 61 this year. And that weekend, we're doing the Wild Geese, because me and Tim are huge fans, and I committed to that one too. So we need to do that one. Martin says, hey, contact you through backdoor channels. This is not Gary's Pop Culture Minefield, sir. We don't do backdoor stuff here. And I know you guys think that the It's Ma'am shot glass is a converted butt plug. I understand that, but yeah, we don't do backdoor stuff here. I like the real thing. I don't want to fake it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Vince says, nice, Martin. Girls love that game. It kickstarts their motherly instincts. Really? Very cool. Pragmata seems good. Read by Nature says, I watched someone stream most of it. Okay. John says, read. It isn't a rumor. They are making a new DLC to bridge to Witcher 4 with is it Siri? Is that how you pronounce that? Or is it Kiri? Not sure. Vince says, in the meantime, watch out for Keely's Wild Ducks. No doubt. It's a butt plug of the gods. Tim says, "Oh my god, oh my gosh." Let's see. Reed says, "John, nice, noise." Let me pronounce that correctly. Noise. I'll have to start another playthrough to get ready for it, and that I'm all caught up now. Let's let you know what's going on with the channel. Of course, you know you're watching Chillin' at the Club, but next week in this time slot, we will be back with the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Yes, Highlander is back. He just had a football game to go to this weekend. So that's why I did Chillin' at the Club. I hope you enjoyed our discussion tonight. You guys gave me some great suggestions. The O'Keefe stuff was really eye-opening. Glad to see the Second Amendment being dealt with correctly. That was pretty cool. But yeah, next week it'll be everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2026 through today's headlines. The brothers will hack the Matrix next week at 6 p.m. Central Time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you can watch Living Room Late Night. I'm probably going to play something tonight. I never commit to what I'm playing. It's just what I feel like playing. It's when I hang out in my living room, not me on the screen, just hear my voice, and I talk to the chat, and I just play a video game for a couple hours. So you need to be subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to hear about this show. So definitely do that. Next up, I will be on Military Monday tomorrow morning, and we're doing a great show. Gary's got a great one on hand for that one. It is Saving Private Ryan, the movie I watch every Memorial Day. So you guys come check it out with us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. Then it's over to That 70s Rock Fans channel as he plays Expedition 33. That starts at 3:30 p.m. Central Time. That is way too many threes in an announcement, but I think you get the picture. 3:30 p.m. Central Time tomorrow on That 70s Rock Fans channel. Then it's back over to my channel on Tuesday night for our Papa Joe Gamer After Dark Video Games, Cocktails, and Fails show. And this week, it's the last Tuesday of the month, so we will be playing some DC Universe Online, my favorite video game of all time. Yes, I still dig that game. It is so much fun. Anyway, you guys come check it out as I have a cocktail and hang out with Lunatic and play some DC Universe Online. And then it's back over to Pop Culture's Minefields channel on Wednesday for Wednesday afternoon matinee. I'm not sure what movie we're doing this Wednesday, but Gary will have a great one for us to watch and talk about. We don't watch by the way, if you don't understand this format, we run a slideshow during it. We don't show the movie. We talk about the movie and other things. Sometimes we derail. It's just all about having fun, hanging out with the chat, just like I'm doing tonight. But it's a panel of people having a good time, talking about a great movie on Wednesday afternoon matinee at 3 p.m. Central Time every week on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then, of course, it's back over to my channel for State of the Atmosphere. We have got a lot on the agenda this week. We've got the pop culture update, including the May releases. We're going to tell you about all the movies releasing in May, and we got some big ones that are going to be coming out that are going to make a lot of money. We're going to talk about the Michael phenomenon, how it's just blowing the box office away. I mean, I didn't think anything was going to slow down Sonic like this, man. Everybody's going to see Michael. And I will give you my review again this week for everybody that missed it tonight. You guys come on along and watch. Also, we've got the next, I think it's episode 9 of Monarch we have to go over, and we're getting ready for the big finale. So you guys definitely show up for that one. And, of course, we're going to check in on America's sweetheart, Sydney Sweeney. All that and more this Wednesday on my favorite show I do every week, State of the Atmosphere. And it'll be on all my channels at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, it's over to Sketching the Privateer on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Everything you need to know about the Privateer. The America's Pirate Patriots story unveiled on the Procreate app as I digitally ink the first issue of the Privateer. And we do it for about an hour at 1 p.m. Central Time on Friday. Then it's over to Pop Culture Minefields channel for Gaming Night with John as Knock, Martin, and Das Wolfen continue their assault on Baldur's Gate 3. You guys look forward to that. It's a lot of fun watching them get together and play every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then this Saturday, I think I've got it. Don't I have? Yes, there it is. I'm sorry. I thought I didn't have it up here, but I do. This Saturday at 7 p.m. Central Time, we've got another watch party. It is the Quartermass Experiment this Saturday. This one was suggested by Das Wolfen, and we'll be getting together to watch it. I'll have a Cosme room set up. We'll be commenting on it on YouTube, and you guys can watch it with us on Cosme. The Quartermass Experiment comes your way at 7 p.m. Central Time on Saturday. Look forward to that this Saturday night. And then it's back around to the Brothers Hack the Matrix on Sunday. Let's check into the chat one more time before we get out of here. Let me take a look. Let's see. Did you show the meme of the Patriots? Tim says. Not sure what you're talking about there. No, I did not. I did talk about their idiot coach, but you know, that's just because he let me down, and I've lost a lot of respect for him. Tim says, and next week we talk about. Oh wait, yes. Hang on. I'm sorry. I know what you're talking about. I forgot all about it, man. Hang on. I'm gonna go get that right now. Let's see. Messages. Here we go. Thank you for remembering that, Tim. Thank you so much. It is great. I forgot all about it. Let's find, where is my man at? Where is Tim? Bless. Okay, that's unread. There's priority. All messages. I see all kinds of stuff in here. Hang on. Good gosh, I hate meta. I really fucking hate meta. It makes it so hard to go through this shit. Messenger. Here we go. Boom. Well, what the hell? Where are all the messages for Messenger? Okay. That's comments. Instagram comments. All messages. Here we go. Where is my man at? Stuff. What? Okay. I am lost. Apparently it doesn't want me to find it tonight, buddy. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this, but you know what? There's more. You know what, guys? I'm not going to let Tim down because there's more than one way to skin a cat, damn it. It's ridiculous. I really hate meta sometimes. They don't make their shit fucking user-friendly at all. All right, there we go. Messenger. The hell is this? This is so stupid. Okay, I don't understand what's going on here. It's like my whole fucking Facebook thing's been wiped out. Okay, here it is. Boom. Thank God I found it. All right. Let's grab this and save. And then I'll send it through WhatsApp. Maybe I can, hang on. I might be able to do it here. I'm sorry, guys. That, like I said, fucking Facebook and Meta does not make their shit user-friendly at all. I mean, at all. They just don't. I just figured out how to do it. There it is, finally. And then it scrolls all the way up to the shit you sent me months ago. Okay, here we go. Here it is, guys. So you guys can see it. This is the one that he sent me earlier today. It is fantastic. Hang on. And I've got to reshare it because I already cut everything off. Because I thought I was getting out of here. Damn it. I never can get out of here on time. I try. But, you know, hey. That's just the way it goes. Okay. Patriots draft marriage counselor in second round. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. You go. That's exactly what the Patriots need, don't they? I love it, man. I think it's The Onion put this out, right? Hang on. I don't remember. Who put this out? Is that? What is that? You guys let me know in the chat. I don't remember. But that is a great one. We'll leave that one up while I look at the rest of the chat. Tim says, and next week we talk about what happened to Trump yesterday. No, we talked about it earlier tonight. You missed it, buddy. What? We did, Tim. Yeah. Thanks. You're welcome, Tim. You're welcome. You need to re-watch from the beginning. I don't understand. What am I rewatching? Sid, that's right. Yes. Hey, people, hit the like button. Like there's no tomorrow, Martin says. Like, share, subscribe. We got into that. Real Das Wolfen is coming in with the Ducks. I don't know what that's all about, but, you know, hey, we're obviously going to have to do a hand check for Mr. Das Wolfen. I didn't think I'd ever say that. At two, Das Wolfen. At two. Vince says, cheerio, guys and gals. See you next time. Stay nerdy, everybody, and have yourself a great week. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Please do. The Babylon Bee. That's who that is. Yeah, okay. I was thinking the Onion for some reason. It's another one of these hilarity things. Okay, boys and girls, that's it for tonight. I hope you had a good time. Next time that Highlander can't make it, we'll do this again. I love hanging out with you guys in the chat. We end up talking about some really cool shit, and it's always fun hanging out. So, you know what I'm going to tell you? I want you guys to stay safe, and until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.
We'll be right back.